Talk about it. Take over.
Talk About It podcast has begun.
Yeah. What's up, people out there? So, everybody listening, thanks for listening. By the way,
Thank you.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
this episode, like I was telling you, Mike, I'm thinking about branding, and has branding changed the NBA? Like, do the players take the game more seriously, or is it about their brand? So, when you play basketball, especially professionally, of course, you want to win a championship. But I feel like right now players they want to improve on their brand, because what's happening in the sport is that they're making more money outside of basketball. It's not even about the contracts anymore. Well, not really anyway. So, and I feel like that dictates, where players want to play. Like, you will want to go to a big city, a big market city, because you want to, you're thinking to yourself, okay, this is going to make my brand shine brighter. It's a good move for the brand, but it may not be a good move basketball-wise. So that's what I mean by, is the brand ruining the game? So, Mike, what's your thoughts on that?
Honest with you, I kind of spaced out for a second.
Oh, man, come on, man.
I wanted to tell shout out the family that's listening.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the fam.
Let's get the shout out to the fam. But you were talking about branding and NBA branding.
Yeah.
And say it. So you're talking about branding. You say that the NBA does really well at branding.
The NBA does a real good job at branding. I feel like a lot better than many other sports. Probably the best.
What's the question exactly?
Does branding, take away from the game?
No, I think it helps the game, doesn't it?
It helps the game to a certain extent, but I feel like
it gives the players incentives.
Yeah.
It helps them out, like be better players, of course.
Yeah, but now my question is, well, are you playing to win the chip, or are you just playing for your brand? Because a lot of times right now, like, you'll see a player like, okay, I want to go play in LA because for my brand, it's a better move. It may not be a better move basketball-wise, and I'm just using this as an example, people. But you would say, okay, let me try to go to LA.
Who you think AD's doing that?
Nah. It's just an example. I just picked LA because LA is a glamorous city, just like New York. But for some reason, people don't want to come and play. Well, I know why, but people don't want to come.
I don't think they think about their brand that way. But
you don't think so?
I think they like.
Basketball players make a lot of money off the court.
They do, but they're like, first, let's get the paycheck, and then they start thinking branding. I don't know, because Michael Jordan was the one that changed branding altogether.
That's a fact.
He wasn't thinking about it. Now all players think about that now.
Yeah.
Like, even coming in, they're like, because now ball players realize, all I need is a good 2-3 years in the league.
Yeah.
And then I could start a brand like that. Like, look at the Ball brothers.
Yeah.
Only one of them is in the NBA.
That was huge. From a branding perspective, that was huge until, they fell apart. But the thing is that the dad, and that's great. That's great advertising.
Dad's like Don King.
Word. Like, he actually had people like, okay, but he made a disservice to Lonzo, because when Lonzo started playing, he was just like, oh, this guy's whack.
Yeah, he overhyped the brand.
Yeah.
But he saw the business side.
And he made his money too.
Mm-hmm.
He made his money, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, does the brand get in the way of the game? Does it get in the way of the game?
Well,
it got in the way of his game.
Because it doesn't affect a lot of people. Look at Kawhi. Drake couldn't get Kawhi to stay. That was all the brand.
But Kawhi chose LA because Kawhi's a different player. He's a different dude. He just wanted to go home, and everybody knew. I felt like everybody knew he was leaving.
Here's the thing: does the brand affect the player? Some, not all, but it's not really affecting. I don't think it's affecting the big players. Let's exit out of this and go to NFL really quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
Beast Mode. Remember Beast Mode?
Of course.
Guy. He wouldn't say anything during interviews. Beast Mode. I forgot. Damn, his actual name just to me, but it doesn't matter right now. Just to make a point. He was beast mode, and he wouldn't give interviews.
Marshawn Lynch.
Thank you. Marshawn Lynch.
I met him.
You did?
Yeah, I met him at
He's
work.
one of the dopest athletes ever. Smart guy. Super smart. And he wanted his game to speak for anything else. He didn't want to talk. And people didn't like that. So he was getting fined. But Skittles came. His brand was endorsing him. And he had beast mode. And he just like, let me play it. Skittles started paying. He was getting fined for not talking during interviews, for like a whole bunch of stuff.
I
like
remember that, yeah.
Celebrations. But Skittles kept on paying everything off for him. Skittles came, helped him out.
I even
so he
know
was
that.
good. And that's why he started eating Skittles on the field. Like, as long as he had a Skittles in the Super Bowl, he got paid so much money for that.
Right.
And they took care of a lot of stuff. So, but he wasn't thinking brand. He's just like, I want to play. But people saw that. And he's like, you know what? At the same time, he was smart too. He was like, y'all want to make money? I'll make money off of it too.
Right.
And he started making fun of it. It didn't affect his game.
No.
It actually helped him out, and the brand helped him for like afterwards, because he retired and he still had tons of football money. He didn't spend his football salary.
Right.
He spent his from
Skittle
endorsements.
money.
Yeah. So he's good. He's giving back to the youth. It doesn't. So I guess for bigger players, it doesn't affect them as much. Now, not so successful players. It does, because look at Sebastian Telfair.
Right.
And he was all brand over basketball, and his basketball sucked. But he was really about the endorsements, picking up all the things, going back to even Elton Brand. It's funny, not just a pun.
Yeah.
But other players that come in the league that are not as good or not as like workhorses, they use the brand, and the brand helps them. And that's not, I don't think that's selfish or anything.
We interrupt this podcast for a commercial break. Need a new stylish phone case? A charger for your car? Try shopgotech.com for phone accessories at great prices. Once again, shopgotech.com. Would you play for the brand or would you play for the chip? Because, like I said, you make more money off the court. Well, you know what? You have to be good to make money off the court.
You gotta be good. So
Major money.
if you get to the chip, then the brand
And the brand follows,
succeeds.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just look at LeBron. LeBron never paid for he's paying for a chip every single season.
Yeah.
And he took pay cuts, I think, from Miami, but Nike
Yeah.
gave him like a huge endorsement.
$1 billion, lifetime deal.
So he wasn't, but that wasn't in his mindset.
Right. He was all about winning the chip. So, well, I guess you're right. I guess it doesn't take away.
I don't know. I think what I mean to say is that it doesn't take away from the bigger players, the better players. Players that are not so much playing so well or like just getting in the league, branding does help. Like this. Like
They got to get their
like you
brand
said,
out there.
Dude on the bench, he's thinking brand. Forget the chip. He's
Yeah.
not thinking about that.
You know what's crazy, and I just told you this too before, off the air, that it's a great time to be in the NBA. Like I told you, bench players making $3 million plus, just to clap your hands when the main guy dunks the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
always wanted to. I would take the bench.
I would take that too. Don't
Nah.
even put me in, coach. I'm all right here. Matter of fact, I want to sit in that seat that's like in the aisle. Like we're going back to the matter of fact, leave me in the locker room. I could clap from there.
Me in the locker room.
I don't even need to come out.
I think it's been said before too, because I remember when Jordan was winning rings. There was a guy on the bench,
Chilling.
I
Got
knew there were guys on
rings.
the bench getting rings,
Getting rings, baby.
going to all the parties.
Yes.
You know.
Let me get my jewelry.
There's a guy. One time I was at a club. I was DJing. I was in some exclusive club. Well, actually, my boy is DJing, and there's some exclusive club, and the backup quarterback from the New York Giants comes in with these two chicks that had horse asses. It was amazing. Stallions walking in. My jaw dropped. Two of them, and they were all over him, and he had the money to pay for everything, and I was like, you know what?
You're in the wrong business,
You
buddy.
know, He was the backup, and I was like, yo, the backup it's not bad. I'm like, I was like, people pointed to my boys like, yeah, he's the backup for New York Giants. I was like, no one needs to even know your name.
Yeah, it's
Just
beautiful. I'm telling you.
Just call me the backup, and just to walk
My
around
name is Backup, and I'm cool with that.
two fine ass ones. I'm talking about they were gorgeous, man.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Making money, and I was like, I could definitely pay backup.
That's what I'm saying. Like players, and it's gonna go up. It's going up every year. You know, so the NBA is in a great place business wise right now. Shout out to Adam Silver. Shout out to
Business-wise, I
him.
agree. Yeah, business wise, because you know what else could capitalize on using hip hop artists and
Oh
music.
yeah, oh yeah,
Music is very big.
definitely. But I feel like the NBA is on fire right now. For everything that they do, from playoffs to the All-Star game, like everything is just big. They're able to take care of their former players, not even the superstars and the Hall of Famers, but even the old Joe Schmo that left the league like 10 years ago. He could come back and just do broadcasting, and he's great. He's on TV, he has a paycheck. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a good thing to be in the NBA. So can you imagine you growing up just to get in the NBA, and then you tell your coach, I don't need to play, man. Put me, I'll be that 12th guy. Yeah. In practice, I don't even want to shoot. I just want to rebound the ball and pass it back to the guy,
I want
help
to
him
help my
practice.
team, coach.
Yeah. Be a total team player.
Team player, coach. I'll put the water on the on the bus.
I'll carry the bags.
Fill the coolers up.
That's it.
I'm that guy.
But it's a great time to be in the league. And I feel like the other sports should follow suit. Like I told you, like baseball. Baseball is so old school. Like they can have their best player in the whole league on TV, or you see him in a mall and you wouldn't know who he was.
I guess I don't watch baseball as much, but I
Exactly.
maybe.
Do you see any of the stars on TV? No.
Nah, that's true. I don't see a lot of like baseball guys commercials. But then again, I can't speak because I don't watch baseball. Maybe they are in the commercials.
But you didn't know him.
No. They get paid good though.
They get paid very well. I don't know how
It's
their contract works,
Really,
but I know
who
they
gets
get paid, very
paid
well.
really well, especially out. First of all, let's go. Who really makes money outside of America? Soccer players.
Soccer players are number one, yeah.
Then going in America, you start with baseball players, NBA. I think NHL, NHL, and then NFL. Like one of those. But I know NFL is pretty bad. They don't pay them as much, and these guys get hurt.
Yeah, I feel like their contracts. What is it though? Is it their CBA? Like who's in charge of that stuff? Like they don't know how to make these decisions when they're in these meetings talking about what they want to do with the players. Like the NFL is making. They're the biggest sport in the country. NBA makes the most. I feel. I could be wrong, but I feel like they make the most. But everybody watches the NFL, so these owners have money, but they don't take care of the players.
No, they don't, and they like the whole concussion thing.
That's what I'm saying.
These guys are killing like they're like the pain they're in after playing and all these years. It's the worst. Like it's the saddest thing because these guys, it's like no guaranteed contracts.
Yeah,
Like,
it's crazy. And you know what? You know what's crazy also? Not everybody gets paid like that. It's only really they say it's the quarterback, the left tackle.
Left tackles get paid now.
Yeah. What about the right tackle? He don't get paid?
No, left tackle is supposed to be like the blind side of
Those guys
quarterbacks, because a quarterback, he turns when he comes out, when he drops back, he turns, he faces the right tackle, so he sees. So the
Right.
blind side is the left side.
So they get paid more.
Yeah, so he has to protect him because Lawrence Taylor fucking hurt that guy. That was because he came off from the blind side and hurt. I forgot the guy in the Redskins.
The 49ers, Joe
49ers.
Montana. Was it Joe Montana?
No, it was another guy. It was bad. But he hurt Joe Montana too. But it was another guy. I think it was dislocated. It fucking broke his leg.
Jeez.
So that's why these guys get paid. But that's the thing. Defensive players get paid, but they were in the league for a long time. They really make more money off endorsements, but the league doesn't really help them out. And like, you can always be replaced.
Oh yeah. Especially if you're a Patriot.
Yeah, the Patriots, but and they don't pay that much either, and they make it to the Super Bowl
every year,
and they don't even pay their guys that much, like they should, but they make do with what they got too. They'll go get like scraps. They pay people cheap, and they make it. It's crazy.
That's the one thing about the NFL. It's like as long as you have a good head coach and a quarterback, nobody else matters, it seems.
Yeah.
I get one or two guys that can pass the ball, that can catch the ball, excuse me.
You get some wide receivers in there, but
that's
they're
it.
not like...
What do you think about what's going on with Ezekiel Elliott? I don't know if you heard, but he's crying for his contract to be renewed, and it's because he saw that that Dak Prescott, he got a big contract, which I disagree with his contract. I mean, I don't, peace and shout out to him for, getting his money. But they're paying him like a top-tier quarterback, and I don't think he's top-tier at all.
Oh,
but
Dallas believes...
They believe in Dak.
They believe in Dak, but the thing about it is, like, most football teams, they really want to believe in their quarterbacks. Like, they're the leader. If they believe in their quarterback, you can get somewhere. And they want him to make him, like, the franchise guy. And because Dak can throw and he can run.
But do you pay Zeke more than Dak? Because a lot of people think not. The running back is not a position where, after year one, he may not be healthy. He's like one injury away.
Running backs aren't the guys anymore.
Yeah,
like
that's
they
the
used
thing.
To be. But here's the thing. Like, he's a really good running back. But the running backs, this is so fucked up, too. Running backs... The longer they're in the league, they depreciate in value.
Right.
So like and the age, they give running backs 10 years. 10
That's
years
what I heard, yeah.
on max. So once he's like, I don't know, already like 3-4 years in, instead of like a little hesitant, he takes a lot of hits, man. It sucks. And he's really good. He deserves money, but longevity, they don't
have that. The
3-4
running back
years
doesn't have that.
Yeah, 3-4 more years, they're gonna start looking somewhere else.
Yeah,
that's what sucks. I'm like, damn.
So that's why I feel he's not getting his money. But I'm just waiting to see what Dallas does.
And he's not getting his money because he got into some disputes off the field.
And that's why Dallas was waiting, because they're gonna use that against him.
Yep.
You know what's funny now? You know what's part of the whole NBA too? Even them coming off the bus to go to a locker room, like even that's a show.
It is? Oh, because they're wearing the Beats by Dre and all that stuff.
They wearing that too, but it's like they're more worried about.
Oh yeah, the fashion.
What's Russell wearing tonight? You know what I mean? You see LeBron fashion. Coming in sipping wine. You know what I mean?
Pop culture.
It makes a show. It makes a show out of it. NBA, they have
let them
smart people there that they know how to advertise.
I'll tell you, this is a great thing I noticed about the NBA that I watched. Football did it first, kind of, but NBA did it, and they took it to a whole nother level. What football did was Seattle Seahawks built their stadium, and they called this thing the 12th Man. The way they built the stadium was they had an audio engineer guy come in and build the stadium like how Carnegie Hall doesn't have microphones.
Right.
So you can sit in Carnegie Hall and listen to a show without no microphones, and it sounds like you're right in front of me.
Right.
Crystal clear. So they used the guy to make the stadium over again, where when the crowd is yelling, it's like 10 times louder on the field. Oh, 10 times, yeah, see? That's okay. 10 times louder on the field. And so, like, when they're calling plays, that's why in Seattle, like, offense is trying to do audible, and the crowd is so loud the guys can't hear.
Yeah.
Defense we're good. They just use hand signals or whatever. They already know what to do. So that's what they call the 12 men. That's what that one year they won Super Bowl. It was crazy. They were winning all their home games because of that.
Wow.
And now more stadiums are doing that. But the main thing that Seattle did was let's use our fans
Right.
against another team. Now NBA did the same thing, but let's make this even more of a show. Like just look at it, because NBA you don't need the way you go against other teams is you don't need to get go crazy loud. Loud is good,
Right.
but also when people are taking a foul shot, you need to distract them.
Yeah.
So what they did was they gave everybody shirts. Remember they started giving
Yeah.
everybody, like when you come down during the playoffs, they do this. Give everybody shirts.
Yeah.
Now the whole stadium's wearing yellow.
That's hot though.
It is dope. See, they took
It's
it to
hot,
another
though.
level. They used the look and they go, wow, now I want to go to the game now.
Yeah.
They have OVO night where they give people shirts and they
Yeah,
have Drake
yeah.
come and he's doing halftime and it's
Yeah.
like they saw that, but they made it like a fashion twist and put it
They
cool
took
and
it to the
stuff.
next level.
And I watched that and I was like, oh, that's so
Yeah. I'm
smart.
telling you, NBA does a good job
So good.
at taking their league to the next level.
Marketing
Where
wise.
the guys is coming off the bus, and that in itself is what people are talking about.
Again, that's an attribute to Jordan. Jordan era because Jordan and Nike, the way Michael Jordan is now, there's no other brand. Football doesn't have a Jordan.
Yeah.
They had like
Yeah,
Bo,
you're right.
Bo Jackson, Bo
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah, he quit. Yeah.
They had Deion Sanders. Deion just like he got old. Another guy, and he got traded to other teams in football. Barry Sanders quit early. It's like they never had nobody like really branded. Football has this thing where they're dumb guys, so they really trying to make it like really smart and like have the guys suit. You know, they really try to be all
Right.
serious all the time.
Right.
NBA is just more fun. Like just
they're
have fun.
and they're fun with the youth.
Shaq and a fool and
Yeah,
stuff.
they know that their audience, they target the new generation. So you have everything on social media and all of this. They just know how to brand. I feel like they know how to brand. They know what they're doing, and it's actually elevating the
Yeah.
sport.
Yeah, NFL's step your branding game up.
All the other leagues, they need to
Step
they need
your
to do
branding.
that.
Yeah, they do. Baseball, step your branding game up.
Baseball,
NFL
they want to stay old school.
I think NFL had its heyday when they had that old commercial. Remember they have the supposedly with there's even the Super Bowl commercials suck nowadays. But remember that kid? He throws his jersey to the kid. It was like
Yeah.
a Coca-Cola commercial.
Yeah.
I think that was it. Like the 85. I guess the 85 Bears.
And that's the one commercial everybody remembers too. Talk about it.